Catherine here with a small update on the quilting. Um, yep, I just counted in this. I had 99 blocks on my blanket quilt, and I just found out if I take one each day, I'll have been. It will be take about 3 months and 9 days to hand quilt this magnificent quilt. And as you can see, I have been very busy. I have done the 3 rows complete, and I'm started in the center, so I have really done a lot here. As you can see, it is turning out very well, and I am also started here in the center. Hello, Tita. I heard you are going live tomorrow morning, your time, with Nana. Kathleen has told me. She wrote to me on my other video, and I will be there. It will be so much fun. With guarantee, I have been on one of Nana's live streams before. I have actually tried that, and it was really fun. You're welcome, my friend. I just need to figure out, because it will be 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. For you will be about 4 o'clock afternoon here in Denmark. I counted 7 hours ahead. So I have been noted. Yeah, you remember. Yeah. And it's I'm not sure. I was told I'm not welcome anymore with those people in that group. So yeah, sad but true. But you know what? I will, of course, again do some live crafting with Nana. I promised we are going to find a date where things are going to, but it was fun times. I didn't have anything hard to say of these people, but you know, sometimes friendship change, and that's how it is. But today I have been showing you how I made myself. Yeah, exactly, my friend, exactly, Tita. And that's also my opinion, and I don't want to, go where I'm not welcome. The reason I am a little late today is because Chaba came home early. So he's in there relaxing at the couch. But I promised I'll come on later and say hey. So, and show you the progress, actually. I found out a little neat trick here, because last time I did this, I had a trouble. Yes, I will have to, but I already did, Tita, because This outfit I just made this morning because I can assure you, when I woke up this morning, it was so freaking cold. I mean, I was desperate, and that's why I sort of very fast sort of draw myself some patterns, found some old patterns, and then I found that I have a big bag where I collect um all this, because every time they're put on sale, I buy 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and then I simply very quick made me this outfit, and then I said, okay, why don't I sort of show you girls how I sort of made it and did it as a live stream for you, so you can follow the progress and how easy it actually is. It doesn't require very much. Another thing is, this is actually a chunk of old leftover soap, a hand bar soap. I found out to avoid my thread keep sort of flushing out, I simply do that. I take the soap and just squeeze it to like this, and that makes the soap more smooth, the string not too, you know, go apart and be fluffy, and makes it even more easier to sort of sew with. Yeah, it really does. It acts exactly like wax, and and normally I would, use wax, but then I figured out, what, soap is actually some of the same kind. So, I had this a bit left over, and I said, you know what, let me give it a try. And the beneficial is it has a nice smell to it, and it doesn't harm the fabric because it is soap. And you know what, you're getting used up for these tiny pieces of bar soap that you often have. Yeah, so as you can see, it does exactly the same trick. And I will also say it's cheaper um, to do it, because here in Denmark, using this thread wax can be quite expensive. And again, as you can see, simply just hand stitch this, and it is going to look magnificent, I can assure you. And sometimes I'm too close to the edge, so I have to go under here, up like this, and check the background. As you can see, I have done the entire center. You can actually see it, not the entire center, but I am right here now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, and I took it in the center. So now I'll take the edge. So I'm starting like this, and then I'll switch it and take from the other end when I have done completely 4 rows here, because that's the length of it. It has 11 block down here, and it has 9 here. So I'll take it like this and end up with the center part. Normally, I heard somebody say that when you hand quilt something, you actually has to start from the center. Oh, thank you, Soto. Yeah, I love the leaves too. I even made a deal with my son. He would really love me to make one like this only with the leaves. So he said if I could make it like this with leaves that goes like this. So I have leaves here and the leaves will go around like this. And I actually promised him I'll try that. When this is done, I am going to try to make one. Um, so that is what we are going to do after this. Um, and it is really, really, as you can see here on the back, you can actually see the progress about the stitching, how much I have done. The other thing is that, as I said in the beginning, it will take me about 3 months. If I take one of these blocks each day. So I am sort of doing that whenever I sort of, yeah, everything is hand stitched and it's made on a hand crank sewing machine. There's absolutely no electricity power used on this one. Um, so, and everything has to be hand stitched because I like it. Yeah, yes, it's the one I have in the other craft room. I know some people might call it a living room or showroom or, but you know what? In my apartment, I have the main craft room, then I have the second craft room, and the kitchen is also hot kitchen, craft room, color room, dyeing. Then I have a storage room. Not even the hallway is sort of free of having a slight of note about it. It's also called a craft room because I can actually stand out there if it's something, with woodwork or anything else where I just need to easy clean and where the dust doesn't spread too much. And yeah, you probably saw it in the dark, the other one. Um, and what I also was explaining that is when I get these old, when this is getting, worn out and not pretty anymore, and you get a square out of it, I start to cut these 20 centimeter squares out of it, or 10 inches, 10 inches, like this, and then I simply use them as padding for quilts. So what I'm actually doing is this is as it actually sort of quilted as go, but they're quilted because I start up by stitching this onto um, the two layers, so on top of it. So that's how there are 4 layers of material, because then, and different, leftovers. So I can assure you behind this, it's just as colorful as the front is, but yeah, um, that's how it is. I like to use up all my, little things. Um, I really do enjoy that. And when I can't sort of, quilt, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's old fleece material, like old fleece, or flannel or something. You actually sort of, even if you have an old wool blanket or afghan, and it look like, it's not decent anymore, you sort of just use it as a bedding and make a beautiful quilt top to it and transform it into a beautiful quilt. And then you have some free batting, because I was actually sort of looking at the prices on batting. It's quite expensive. And I was like, yeah, I grew up by patchwork quilts was, made of old clothes or clothes and stuff like that, and old rags. Today it is like, not fashion to use it. Um, because it is like you have to go and buy some very expensive fabric and cut it up. So if you want to make a king size quilt, you can in price, because this I mean fashion fabric, um so, and it seems that we have some bad connection. I hope you're still with me, Soto, Tita. Yeah, I need to do something. Okay, it is rolling, but I am moving around. You can actually see it, but it does have this circle to it. So no, it keeps. Yeah, I wish, and Tita too. I wish they will come by. I hope so. It will be so lovely. Yeah, to have some more people here. I don't know. Um, Maybe it's too late. I don't know. There and Barbara and Emma and all the girls. Yeah, I miss them. I don't know why. I don't see them anymore. It is like, no, they don't visit me. And I also checked that there shouldn't be anyone live streaming right now, but yeah, hello, dude. Crafty Jack, dude. Hi. Love to see you. Thank you for coming. Um, Quilt, king size hand quilt. Oh, I hope you're doing good. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. It is truly, as I call it, my scrap buster quilt. That I sort of have to hand quilt, but I love it. So hello. I need to see. Hello, Yildiz. Oh God, I'm so sad to hear that, Crafty. Yes. Oh, I hope I missed you too. I hope you're doing great. Oh, sending prayers, my friend. It is not. I mean, it is hard to have one of these. I had one. I can assure you, it takes a while before you are sort of, okay. So I'm sending blessings for you. Um, but I'm glad if he's doing better. Yeah. Oh, I am doing better, and I'm glad to hear that he is all good. That he's doing better. Yeah. I'm so thrilled about it. Yeah. I'm so sorry for the bad connection tonight. Um, it is like as I told you, the weather here is starting to getting colder, and yeah. So so oh, my shoulder. Is it my shoulder? Yeah. Hello, my Tita Kathleen. You are lurking. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Oh, I hope you do. Shoulder is doing better. So I promised I will try to sort of keep the time here in Monday. My Monday live stream. Next Monday, I'll probably have another project, and I think we're going to start up with a project, a little tutorial or something, and later on we are going to have. I can stay 1 hour. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you too. Um, I have been missing her. And we have crafting with Kristen. Hello, Kristen. So, yeah, you made it. Chopper say hey. He's doing okay. He is in next door. Yeah, tomorrow is the day. Tita is going live with. Yeah. Oh, we are glad to have you back. We miss our crafty friends here. It is so. Let's see if I can find the right one here. Yeah. And Kathleen, and today, isn't it true, Soto, Tita? Soto, that Fiona took the show today? So, I don't know if he's fall asleep. And we have Verdant here. Yes. Yeah, yeah. It has been so long we have seen you. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Fiona was. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Maybe people aren't logged into YouTube, so they can't give me a thumbs up, but I would appreciate it if you would. Um, it will help me a big deal to know what craft I am going to show. Oh, I'm sad to hear that, Kristen. So I hope you are better. So yeah, but it's good to see you. As you can see, I am. Yeah, so I'm started on one of them, that one with the leaves on here. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, she loved it. I mean, yeah. Okay, I need to make a replay. Yeah, I need to see that. So she got all comfort. Yeah, I even had to sort of bring her some fresh bought chicken chunks. It didn't work to get her moved. I really had to convince her that I needed my red fabric. Oh yeah, I remember. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I remember when I came in with the chicken. I even tried to chick 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 chick. So it's all under video. I can see it has uploaded. So I'm glad it did. Yeah. So and twice Fiona was the star of the show. Yeah, and you know what? She's right over here. I want to see. I'm also glad. Here she is over there. Can you see her in her box? There she is, the beautiful. Yeah, there she is in her box. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. In my evening hour here, I just need to. Okay. No, I don't want to block myself. Yeah, and a happy Monday to you too. I just need to. Okay, let's try something else because. Okay, it didn't want to do that. I'm trying to reboot my phone here. Is that the one? Yeah. Yeah. But it was so fun, dude, that she really she really took the show. Yeah, and you know what? It's as I told you, it doesn't matter if I use a big table or anything. It's like, she just want to be where I am, and if it's look comfy. Sometimes when I'm sitting here and doing my quilt, she will come and she'll sort of tuck herself into the quilt, and then I sort of have a limited action to it. So, but we manage. It's so nice to see. It's I enjoy her company, and Luna is enjoying herself together with Chopper, or she's sitting outside. Yeah, they are exactly like that. I mean, that's why I love my fur babies, and you girls who has fur babies know, of course, they're welcome. They prefer to be with you and, join you in your craft. Okay, yes, you take care, and you too, Soto. Oh, and thank you for coming by, my Tita. We'll see you. Take care. God bless, Tita. And Sherry, I have some. Oh no! Oh no! That doesn't sound particularly good. I'm sad to hear that, Sherry. I hope it will go well. And you say, yeah, my baby craft. Oh, for 10 years? Oh my God. Yeah. Then you have a lot of good memories from her. Okay, it's no date yet. Okay. I'll send you warm thoughts, I can assure you, and blessings. Hopefully, it will go well. Some of this is pretty hard to stitch into, so but I am going to manage. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, I need some more soap on this one. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, Sherry. That is very painful with your bladder, with the stones. Yeah. This is going to be a project that will take about a couple of months. I just counted. So we have a lot of Monday quilts. So I'll show you the way, the progress every Monday evening. I'll give you an hour quilt and show off and talk, and hopefully earlier in the day I will give you a crafting. So yeah. Oh, and I love to have you here. I'm so happy you joined in, dude. I really are. Thank you. Yeah, there are so many wonderful, happy colors. I can assure you. I love the colors into it. The more color, the better I feel it should be. As we talked about, for me, a patchwork quilt, it has to be made of, I mean, scraps and, waste fabric that normally wouldn't be useful for anything. Um, and make something, you can recycle, reuse. Um, I couldn't dream about. I know a lot of people sort of go and buy brand new materials to cut it up and make a lot of, I mean, these very expensive patchwork quilts. It's fancy enough, but I don't understand why. I mean, it has to be. I mean, first of all, you need to have a rotary cutter and everything. And I said, you don't have to. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Sherry. Yeah, I love hand sewing too, dude. Yeah, it is very meditative. I mean, you sit here in memory lane, and yeah, so it's like, it's relaxing at some point where you just sit here. And the beneficial about hand quilting a big size like this is when you do it in a cold month, I can assure you. Yeah, I mean, it's warming, and it's meditating, it's joy, relaxing. And what you are doing is, if you also have a very good audiobook to listen to, it's really, really comforting, I can assure you. And that's what Chopper and I am normally doing. Yeah, so, but I do every Monday. I just saw one. She was like, it was a very expensive hobby, and you couldn't do it without that all that crap of liners, rulers, and whatever. And you have to have a cutting board. You have to have a $10,000 sewing machine. And I was like, no, 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 no. All you need is a pair of scissors and some scrap fabric, old batting, and some sewing thread and a needle. You don't need all that. I mean, it's too expensive. I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, I have made this with just a pair of scissors, and I don't have all these fancy, expensive things to do my quilts. Um, this is made on a hand crank sewing machine. Yeah, exactly. They use their old clothes and cotton. I mean, I can't see why. I mean, people. I mean, it's like you are not good enough if you make it out of old rags. It has to be expensive designer fabric that it will cost you a fortune just to make it, and the equipment they want you to have. I mean, this is actually made of old blankets, fleece blankets, um, quilted, and a bed sheet, and old leftovers, old socks, baby clothing, ribbons. So that's how it is. And that is how it should be made of. Um, I have made a lot of these. I mean, in my time, I even made one paper pierced. Yeah, it's kind of memory quilting. This is memory lane quilt. And I sort of collected in a box. And as I told you, I have a big box of these because whenever I have a piece of fabric that is too small for a square or anything, I sort of cut leaves out of it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am really looked down on us here on Facebook because I use old things, I use recycle, and I do things different. I mean, yeah, I mean it's like I don't know, it's like it's not good enough. I'm good enough or something. I'm not fancy enough. Because I don't want to sort of go and buy new of everything. I am a upcycler, like you said, Sherry. We use what we have, and this is a pride and joy. I mean, the memories to it, and the relaxation you have it, and the satisfaction that it hasn't cost you anything. It's yeah, it's how it is. Yeah. So that's for sure. But people can think, yeah, We truly are upcyclers, right? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, handmade every day, any day, because you know what? It's a memory for lifetime, dude. It's something you have for life, right? We don't care about fashion. We don't care about, expensive stuff you have to pay a fortune for. No, for me, it is about, and it's about survival and, do some proper crafting. Yeah, it is. I mean, hello, human. Hey, Lizzie. Good to see you in my quilting. Yeah, it's a memory for life. This is. I mean, look at it. I mean, and every little bit of piece has a story. I mean, it's like everything has a story. And it's so good to see you, my dear soul sister. Yeah, I mean, my son is very happy about it. And we talked about I am going to make one for him only with the leaves because, as I told you, I have a whole pocket of these tiny leaves here. And whenever I get some small pieces of fabric, I'll simply cut a leaf out and then I'll simply just make a quilt to it. And as you can see, as a wax, I use a plain old leftover of a soap, bar soap, and it has the same function as wax, so it's doing very well, and it has a nice smell to it. So, but it also makes the thread go easier in the fabric here. So that's how it is. I mean, you take what you have and save it. As I showed you today, I made this outfit today, and the one I made on the video earlier, it's made out of cheap fleece blankets. Sometimes you can get them very cheap. It's actually and bed sheets, and sometimes it's cheaper to go and buy that instead of expensive fabric, right? I mean, why not? I mean, nobody can actually see this is just a piece of fleece that was meant for blankets. Yeah, it actually is, Lizzie. It is very cozy, and I even made make some trousers too. Um, like this, also in this soft fleece, cozy outfit I made. Um, I'll show you. Yeah, it is a lightweight polar fleece, and you buy them. I mean, it's like a blanket. I made this today. Here, I want to show you, Lizzie. Here it is. I made two outfits like this. And this is the one that I made in the video here. I got the trousers here. I want to show you. This was cut out of these, and it's big enough for me to have very cozy. And as you can see, Lizzie also made these out of a fleece blanket, and I gave about $3 each piece. So that means I got an entire outfit for $6. Yeah. And that's how cheap you can actually make it. I mean, if I told you, and when I have this old clothes or one of these fleece blankets that is, yeah, sad looking, I'll use it as bedding for my quilts. And that's what it, again here, if you see my quilt here, every square has an old, like I had all my old fleece like this when it was, not wearable anymore, and the elbows and they were totally washed out. I cut it out in squares, and then I used them as padding in my scrap quilt. So I'll put it back on here. So as you can see, it is very easy and comfortable, and I can assure you here it is pretty cold now. And as you can actually see here, this is going to be another project. Thank you, Lizzie. Yeah, I like it very much. And the same with this outfit here. But I like the gray and the red one. As you can see here, I also have this is tiny. See, I have this fleece, and whenever I get some scraps, I start to sort of place them on like this. As you can see, sometimes I make them like this and stitch them on like this. Then it will have as you can see, if you have an old sweater like this, you can get a padding squares, and then you put a background onto it, and you have it. I was thinking, as you can see, whenever I sort of just place them and zigzag them, and sometimes I make them in one color. For example, if I have one colors like this, I put them together, and here, as you can see, and then I simply just give them a fancy stitch and collect them as one colored, um, like the white ones here, and then I blend in the multicolored like this, two colors. And it's when I have a box of scraps, I simply sit down and I make them like this. And I have you now, Lizzie. I want to show you. I got them here for you. Want to show you? Here they are. For you, Lizzie, you ordered these And I just need to put some snaps onto it, and I know how happy you were for purple, so I made them in purple for you. And I will tell you how much, but it will be fair price for it for you. Yeah, I will do that. Lizzie, I'll write to you on Messenger when I am ready to let you know. So I got 8, but you're only going to pay for 6 of them. You're getting 2 for free because I got 6 or 8 here. And they are a little tough in the beginning, so you just do like this and make them soft. I just wash them on 60 degrees to make sure, when I have made them, they're keeping the shape of it, so I know it will hold. And I can show you they are really good, this one. So, but I will let you know. So I need to figure out where did I put my needle. Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jude. Yeah, I rock. Yeah, I like to sort of upcycle, recycle. It's kind of use what you have, right? I mean, we don't have a fortune, and the way the world is turning around now, I can assure you, you better be careful about how you spend your money, I mean, I'm also sort of prepared for food, and I am sure I can assure you I'll be happy for the blankets. I mean, there might be a day where I don't have the heat in my apartment. You never know. I mean, it's like what's going to happen. Um, and sometimes, then it is very good. You can sit down and you have this hand quilt, or you can hand stitch, and you know how to make your own clothes. I think that's very important that you can do that. Um, and do it by basic. I mean, nobody said it has to be designer outfit, and we can't afford it. I mean, I can't afford to go out and buy fabric that cost about. I went to see this a cave facet. I love his fabric, but you know what? To make one of his quilts, you have to buy the fabric, and when you're all done with that quilt, it has costed you easily about $1,000 or more. And I think that is a little too much for me. So what I also like to show you people, don't need all that fashion, uh, this cutout wheels and big expensive rulers and stuff like that to make a gorgeous, colorful quilt. You can use old scraps, old clothes, go a trip to memory lane. You know what? This has fabric pieces that's just as old as my son is, because I found out there's from his first baby, not here. Look at that. I have Mickey Mouse that is from when he was born. I made these sleeping bags for him. when he was newborn, at that time you didn't force all 7 pieces of clothes on them. No, you gave them like a little sleeping bag where you can open here when you have to change the diaper. And it's like today it is everything has to be, yeah. And grandma's old curtains, um even from my grandma's dress I have here. Where did I see that? Here, as you can see, these silver ribbons. Yeah, exactly. You're doing that in New Zealand? Yeah, I can assure you, even here in Denmark, I can assure you we are preparing ourselves. Even if you live in the city, I mean, you can have. I have bought a lot of garden seed for greens. I have bought a lot of dirt for plants. I don't know what you're calling it, but and a lot of old buckets. So just in case, you can grow your own greens in the window or in buckets, and you can replace all your pot plants with eatable plants just if you need it, or and you can sort of can some food and prepare. Um, I know it sounds crazy, but also, the crazy isn't because when you do it, you have to consider if you have a very good fill pantry where you have the food, because you never know when you don't have a job. It could be you're losing your job, or you get sick and you can't afford to cook. It doesn't always mean that the world is going down or it is going to D-Day. Let's hope not, but it could be you're losing your job, it's losing your health insurance or something like that. And that means that you have already prepared yourself for, okay, I am going to have a year where I can't afford food, but thank God I sort of have a very well long shelf pantry, so at least we don't need to go hungry, and I have warm blankets for my family. And that's also why I save and have a lot of these. Whenever I see cheap fleece, polar fleece like this, cheap, I buy it in bulks, because you know what, it doesn't get rotten, and it doesn't, if you buy these very nice plain colors or solid colors, you can store them and they don't eat bread, as I said. And the beneficial is you can sort of vacuum seal them so they don't take up space. But in case you're standing there, you don't have any warm, you can just take them from, and you can make yourself a very nice outfit, and you can use the leftovers to as a stuffing. If you cut it in little pieces, you can use it as stuffing in a bed sheet or something, and use it as batting in quilts and stuffings. I want of I am going to make you show you how to make how I made I don't know what you call it, but these oh, duvets, not a quilt, but in doing it, like a cover, where you actually take little squares like this and make it into a little pillow, and you just make it center stiffing, and you stuff it out with cut out fleece, very lightweight material, and then you make like a duvet for your bed, and you can make a bed, a sheet for it, or a bolster, and you make it out of, and you have a spare one just in case visitors are coming. So if you need it, or I mean, so little is needed. And another thing is, there's somebody who asked me, because I have made myself a heavy blanket, and people are asking how to make it, and I'll show you how to make one of these little heavy blankets that people are using for their children. I have one with chain in it, so it's about 5 kilograms. It's also called a hog blanket. So that is going to be my next project, to show you how to make a weight blanket for children, and in a cheap way. Um, so you can have it. Yeah, I have one too. I love it. I mean, I really love it, because it is so nice to have. Yeah, these weighted blankets. I have one too, and I'm so happy for it. Um, so, but they can also be very expensive, I heard. But I will show you how to make one in a cheaper version. So I'll take the rest of this thread, and then it is time for me to get some power on my computer. So yeah, and you can actually make one. It is so lovely to have, I can assure you, because they really give you a very nice comfort. Here in Denmark, Lizzie, we used to have iron chain into them. We have this padded. It is about 16 pounds. That it could. Okay, that's okay. $50. Yeah, it's about um yeah, about 500. Yeah. Oh yes, cotton thread. It is so expensive, but that's a fair price, Lizzie. $50. Yeah, yeah. It. You know what? It had helped my nightmares too. I'm so happy for it. Mine is about 10 pounds. If you, it's 5 kilogram, but about 10 pounds. Um, and it's really good for nightmares because it's really gives you comfort. That I just need to put some power on my phone here. Okay. Yeah, cotton thread here is also very expensive. Um, Yeah, it costs about 2.5 times more than. It's actually cheaper to buy real silk thread. It's so crazy, but it is. So yeah. And sometimes, dude, you can, if you have a thrift store or secondhand store in New Zealand, yeah, cheaper. Silk is actually cheaper than cotton. And when I was actually thinking, a lot of times I go in thrift stores, secondhand shop, and sometimes you can find bags with, leftovers and rest of sewing thread. Sometimes they're sort of selling out of sewing equipments, and you can actually find it very cheap. Um, and I don't mind sort of, having secondhand or find it, in thrift stores. I don't mind that because that's also sort of, a kind of upcycling, recycling kind of thing. Um, so I often do that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sounds great if you have a factory going. Yeah, it's good. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. See, yeah. I'll absolutely show you how I make them. Mm. Oh, hello, Diana. Yeah. So, how are you doing? I just need a break now. It is over an hour, so I am that close to say I have to go in and say hello to Jobber. But I am going to show you. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. I just made a live stream earlier today where I made myself a nice outfit like the one I'm wearing here. Yeah, we got Lizzie here. Yeah, so nice. Yeah, and Fiona is actually the star. She was sort of sitting on my fabric. But it's nice to see you, but I am, yeah. Yeah, but I can reveal so much that I use a cheap rice um, to sort of make the blanket, the weight blanket. And what I'm actually doing is I'm putting it in small pockets, and then I make an extra cover for it because you can't wash a heavy blanket very well. So when I make it, I sort of put a base to it. And often when you buy these weight blankets, there's no extra cover to it, so you can't wash it because it's getting too heavy for a washing machine. You can also make one where you sort of make like pockets, make a square and you make pockets, and then you put little pillows, heavy pillows inside the pockets that you can actually take out and wash um the cover to it. And I like that because I can do that with mine. Mine is actually made with chains, metal chains. I think you're calling that. I have stitched like this and a quilted. And then it's covered. It's from Sweden. It was quite expensive, so I made my own for children out of old rice and stuff. So yeah, it is actually, yeah, but it's actually not that much work. It's when I say pillow. Hello, Alexandra. Diana, I mean like this. You stitch them in pockets like this, pillows. And that means when you have stitched up like this, you put in the filling, the heavy weight, then you stitch down like this and close up, but you keep the weight. I'll show you. It's actually pretty okay. um so it's not, like you have to sort of cut out a bunch of these squares and then make a little pillow, and then you have to stitch them together. You're sort of making it like this. Not this one. No, 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 no. It's not a heavy blanket. It's just to explain to you because next Monday I am going to show you how I made a weight blanket for a child, how you can actually make a cheap one where you can use fleece and stuff like that. And you can actually use very cheap rice. You can get some very cheap rice here in Denmark, or if you have some old rice, you can use them um, as the heavy material. Like you make these heat pots. Um, so I'm not doing it with this one. This one is heavy because it is 4 layers of fabric in here. So it's basically, this weighs about 15 pounds. This It's heavy because of all the cotton. It's a king size. This is a king size blanket. And yeah, so it was good to see Alexandra, Polish girl. Hey, so yeah, so 10 more minutes. Yeah, it's heavy and it's all done by hand. And I want to show you how far I got. As you can see, this is a short part of it. It is 9 rows here, like this. It has 9 blocks that direction, and it has 11 that direction, and that means there's 99 blocks, and each block is 19.19 centimeters. Okay, Jude, I put it in the sewing thread. I have lost one needle, but yeah. So as you can see, you can actually easier see it on the back how far I got here. And what I'm actually doing now, as you can see, I start up in the center like this. And this is actually an old blanket bed sheet. As you can see, there's the seam as it is. I have been working about 5 years on that thing. I found out by collecting and cutting and putting on. No. Oh, Sherry. And I just calculated now it will take me. Oh, thank you. It will take me about 3 months of, if I do as promised. I will show you. Here you can actually have a sense how big it is, like this, right? See, it is like here, here. As you can see, this is how big it is, and here it is like this, and all the way around here. So what it is about it is that, as you can see, it's like this here. This is the entire heavy load, and yeah. Oh, you uploading. Oh, thank you, Jude. And you uploading. You good? Whoa, whoa. That's great, Sherry. Yeah. So, and it will take me, if I do as promised, Lizzie, one minimum, one a day hand quilt, a square like this a day. If I quilt one of these a day, it will take me about 3 months and 9 days to get it hand quilted, finished. So I told myself that I am going to take it easy, but as soon as I have a spare hour, because it takes me 1 hour, a little or 1 hour to quilt each square, and that's also for the leaves. So it will take about 99 hours to complete. And I want to have it done here. Also, an extra stitch around here. It'll take me about a couple hours, I think. But all in one, I think 3 more months, and it should be done. For now, I have quilted. Let's see. 23 blocks are quilted now. That means 23 out of 99 is done. So yeah, I still have a little way to go. So yep. Okay, 24 if you count that one. Yeah, you can sort of say that. Yeah, I started up with one square like I showed you, and then I stitched it together with the batting on. And first it is made by machine here, and then I have sort of it is stitched together like this. So I haven't quilted this but I did, yeah, I stitched all the block together first and made the top, and then I placed the extra batting and then the back onto it. But it was so big, so I had to do it on the wall. Yeah, yeah, I quilt the top last because you can't quilt. Yeah, you can stitch them on, but I did that. I stitched them on with a hand crank machine, like here. So every bit of piece stitch on. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So that's how it's going. So, but I have been very happy to see Lizzie, Diana, Jude, and Kathleen was a point. My Tita Kathleen, Sherry, and we had some Alexandra, and we have another young woman. Yeah, Russian girl, all of you, and except also them I can't remember. Um, the time in Denmark are now it's midnight, and it's bedtime for a Dane. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yeah, it's you know you will get bored. I think the perfect idea about having this beautiful colorful thing is that I don't feel bored because I can see, oh, that from this pillow, that from yeah. So I need to go close. Have a good night. And it was so good to see you too, Diana. Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome to catch up. I'll be on Monday. You'll see me again Monday live stream. So, and I hope I'll see you. And it was so nice and see everyone. And you're welcome. It was so nice to see you, Diana and Catch. So I'll bid all of you a very good night and hopefully see you again. I love you too, all of you. So let's see how much I managed to do on Monday. And I'll show you how to make a heavy blanket. Easy one, easy piece. Yes. So Good night, all my lovely subbies and friends, crafting friends. Thank you for coming by and joining me today. And I'll say, Chaba, bye bye, see you, girl. Piana, say hi. Yeah, he's far away, so yeah. He says bye back. He's waving. So, love you, girls. Thank you for being here. Have a blessed evening, and God bless you all. And thank you.